The third scientific conference for environment and sustainable development, organized by AlAzhar University, kicked off on Saturday under the auspices of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Talking about this important event, we have over the phone Dr. Hassan Wageeh. He's a professor of international relations. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, doctor. So first of all, could you tell us more about the significance of this conference taking place here in Egypt?
Actually, the significance is very clear. Egypt is playing a very important role in the international arena now, and is supposed to hold the conference, the very important conference in November 22 regarding the challenges facing humanity regarding climate change. So AlAzhar is holding this conference, and it's very important to try every possible scenario for dealing with this very difficult matter, because the challenges are so immense and unprecedented in human history. And Egypt plays the role of paving the road for preparing the entire world for this event and for these challenges to address.
Right. Can I ask you more about the participants in this event and the recommendations?
Yeah, actually the participants, as you may have seen in the media, it is under the auspices of the President, Fattah el-Sisi, and it is chaired by AlAzhar Imam, Grand Imam, Dr. Ahmed al-Tayyib, and there are so many dignitaries and so many officials, so many intellectuals. Actually, there is a big number of participants representing different axes and different orientations when it comes to the topic itself. The topic itself is so extended, and it needs a great deal of efforts in different directions.
Doctor, talking about the role played by AlAzhar, and definitely this is of great importance that it is playing a major role. We are talking about something, a challenge that is confronting not only Egypt, but the whole world. And AlAzhar organizing such an event has a great message as well.
Yes, of course. AlAzhar has been playing this role a long time ago. And when it comes to the challenges of facing human problems and the challenges of the climate change, which is happening now. Actually, the change is taking place. I will tell you about a long time ago with this kind of topic. When I was in the Millennium Project in the United Nations, during the era of the previous Imam, and I told him there are 19 challenges facing the world. Among them is the climate and environment. He chose that. He chose that out of many conflicts to be addressed. This shows you that this concern is very important, and he spoke about it. He spoke about from Islamic point of view. Islam goes before taking care of the environment in all its aspects. He gave a great deal of detail. So the same avenue is being pursued by his eminence, the Grand Imam, Dr. Ahmed al-Tayyib. So it is a long history and early intervention when it comes to this. And the significance that AlAzhar is holding that relies on this particular context, and also because AlAzhar is playing an international role in human fraternity, in building solidarity, and this is extremely among the different countries of the world where there are zero-sum games being played. We'd like to change that to win-win. When it comes to the environment and the context where there are Islamophobia and things like that, AlAzhar has been playing this international role not only to defend and to say something against the Islamophobic discourse, but also to provide solidarity. You have seen the human concern with the Pope in Italy. You have seen Beit al-Aila in Egypt, the house of the family in Egypt. The issue is to spread good, healthy, communicative patterns based on win-win approach. And this is extremely needed, and this is a good preparation for the role Egypt is playing now till we hold that summit and after that summit in November, God willing.
Right, and if we're talking about the awareness now, let me say, or let me talk about, really we can see a real awareness in Egypt now when it comes to the climate change, and many measures have been taken and adopted by the government regarding the climate change. And we know that Egypt is going, as you mentioned, to host the UN Climate Change Conference as well in Egypt.
Yeah, I think this is a very important question, and I think that when we are talking about what we need international negotiation. We need internal negotiation when it comes to Egypt and when it comes to country, when it comes to inside affairs. But also we need that kind of international negotiation preparation, and also we need a lot of simulation regarding it, because I agree with this and the hardest international negotiation, this is about climate change. Why? Because you need so many transformations. You need transformations when it comes to the behavior of the people, and I think AlAzhar, the Christian Church and the civil society should play and is playing an important role in that direction. But you need also transformation when it comes to energy. You need transformation, radical transformation on economy. You need radical transformations when it comes to technology. So these transformations are very time-consuming. It takes time. Egypt started out very good and made a very good effort in this. But it is not only Egypt. We are talking now about a challenge that would need, that the entire world would face. We have 197 participant countries in the United Nations treaties regarding pollution and the climate. You know, it's the series of agreements, and the hub is the United Nations. So we need to have a very good training how to do asymmetrical negotiations. You have also rich countries and poor countries. You know, the rich countries have already participated in the greatest problem here, the pollution and the change of. You have Egypt's participation in the pollution is 0.6 something like that. It's nothing compared to what China, United States, Europe, these are the countries who are supposed to provide trillions of dollars to repair what have already spoiled, because there are different climate which is natural, but there are human-made pollution. The Industrial Revolution caused a great deal of pollution. The industrial countries have already done that. You know, I have an example when I participated in the international conferences of the United Nations regarding this issue. We had this invitation, and we talked about acid rain between America and Canada. And you can't imagine that the acid rain in the United States spoils the fruits and the vegetables in Canada. So Canada is asking for repair, for money, for compensation. And you can see how difficult was the negotiation was. As just an example, you need many examples, many contextual negotiations all over the corners of the world when it comes to this. So I think it's a massive effort needs to be exerted, and I think there is a very good significance of what AlAzhar is trying to do, along with all Egyptian institutions and under the auspices of the President.
Right, Dr. Hassan Wageeh, Professor of International Relations, thank you very much for joining us. And I guess with this we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on AlTV International.